Good morning. Welcome. Take a moment and tell me where you're watching from. Put it in the comments, whether you're on Facebook, you can put it in the message tab, or on YouTube, you can put it on the message tab. On Facebook, you can put it in the comments. I want to talk today about an interesting topic: when the going gets tough. Very often, we have challenges. Certain things are not going the way we want. And particularly, things are very, very difficult to be able to withstand. Sometimes you know you have to do something, but there's an internal challenge. It's like a blockage that's not allowing you to do it. And I want to talk about that today and the Jewish perspective on it, and of course connect it to the Parsha and make it very practical. The Torah tells us the story of Adam, the very first man, and his wife Eve, and the first sin that they did. Unfortunately, a few hours after they were created, they were both created around the age of basically like a 20-year-old as adults. And they went and unfortunately ate from the forbidden fruit. Now, God came to Adam, and he told him, all of the trees in the garden, from anything that you see here, you could eat. He was not allowed to eat animals back then. It was something which was forbidden until after the flood. But vegetation, you could have anything you want, as much as you want, enjoy. Besides that one tree, and he pointed to a particular tree, which we don't know what it is. If someone tells you what it is, you should know that we don't know what it is. And the reason why we don't know what it is, God specifically kept the tree of knowledge, the fruit that was the forbidden fruit that Adam partook in. He kept it a secret so that nobody should curse and withhold that tree. Imagine it was an apple. In many paintings, they make it an apple, but imagine it was an apple. And Hashem says, and you knew it was an apple, you would never eat apples, or you would never give it as a gift, or you would never use it on at a wedding or something special. Why? Because, hey, that's the apple which caused the great sin. So we don't know what it is. But regardless of what it was, Hashem told Adam, you could have from all the trees of the garden besides that particular one. And he messed up. It was that forbidden thing which he went for. Now, many people don't know this, but the Medrash tells us that if you really study what went on here, the prohibition from eating of the tree was only for a few hours, because Adam was born Friday afternoon. God gave him the instruction not to eat from the tree a little while later. And this prohibition only is applicable until Shabbos starts Friday night. So the moment Shabbos starts, this prohibition is gone, over. Eat whatever you want, including that tree. It was a pre-Shabbos restriction. So here you have an adult who can't control himself for a couple hours. And let's not forget that you and I, prohibitions, restrictions, things that are not allowed, we didn't hear God tell it to us directly. We were told, we believe it, it's in the Chumash, right? We read it, we accept it. But can you imagine if God himself came down to you and said, I don't know your name because you didn't put it in the comments, and you said that, and God told you, don't eat from this particular fruit. Would you eat from it? What if Hashem told you, what if anyone told you, do me a favor, this is my garden, enjoy whatever you want, but that one tree, wait till tonight. Would you not listen? And you and I are humans. Adam, while he was also a human, he was created by Hashem himself. God literally formed him. And that obviously makes him very spiritual, very holy, and very sensitive to appreciate, to get what it is that Hashem is telling him and follow it and listen to it. So Adam, created by Hashem himself, an adult, is not hungry because you can eat whatever you want. The prohibition is only temporary, because if you really do want that tree, tonight, enjoy it. And somehow he cannot contain himself for that in a little bit, for those few hours. How is that possible? So the Rebbe tells us a very interesting answer, and it's interesting because it's very applicable to really anyone and any struggle that you may have. You shouldn't have any struggles. The evil inclination understood that what's about to happen here, or the potential, if Adam is going to eat from that forbidden fruit, if he is going to transgress what Hashem said, the consequences will be tremendous. So let's go through some of those consequences. First of all, from the fact that Adam ate because of, from the tree of knowledge, there is death in the world. The original plan was people live forever. Okay, the idea of passing away was not part of the plan. Now, granted, Adam lived a very long time, over 900 years, almost 1,000, but it wasn't forever. And the reason why it wasn't forever is because he ate from the tree. And as a result, that was one of the punishments. In addition, Chava, his wife, Eve, is having difficult times, and all women have, it's a challenge and a struggle, and it's painful to have children, right? The process of childbirth, of delivery, and so on is difficult, and leading up to it, etc. And you have to work. Torah told Adam, by the sweat of your brow, you're going to eat bread, which means it's not going to be easy. And there are many other things that happened as a result. But you could see from the consequences, from the punishment, from the negative effect of what he did, you could see how great it was if he didn't. In other words, if you did not eat that, things would be so good in this world for you and for all of mankind. And we know this because you can see the opposite side based on the consequences of what happened by him eating it. So the evil inclination, call it the Satan, call it the snake, call it the animal soul, it came along and it told Adam, we got to get this guy to do this. And he decided he's going to create such an intense struggle, such a temptation for this fruit. Okay. Now, it's not like Adam had 613 commandments. He had one commandment for a few hours given to him by God himself. And he was not hungry. He could eat anything else. But because it was so crucial that he not mess up, because it meant so much, it was a huge deal, temptation became almost irresistible. Not literally, because you always have free choice, but it became very, very difficult to overcome. Now, the Satan, the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, they have the ability to try to create an image of difficulty. They have permission, in order to maintain free choice in the world, they have permission to try to make it hard for you to do the right thing. But they can't ultimately stop you. That's not possible. Famous example is when Hashem gave Avram the command to go and bring his son Isaac as an offering. So he goes to bring Isaac, and obviously it's a great challenge, and it's not a simple thing. But Avram went right away, and he got up early in the morning, and he did it with joy. Hashem said to do it. But on the way, he encountered a river, and you can't go. And Avram said, if Hashem told me to go to a particular place and bring my son as an offering, it's not possible that anything could stop me. And he walked into that river. And as the water got to his nose, it disappeared. It didn't split. The water vanished. And the reason why it vanished is because it wasn't real water. The Satan, the evil inclination, the animal soul, came along and created water to try to stop Avram from going there. Can he stop him? No. But he can make it look like it's impossible. So the Yetzer Hara could never stop you from doing the right thing. But what he did to to Adam, he created a scenario and designed such a temptation that forbidden fruit, I must have it. The lesson and the message for us is that very often in life you'll find something which it's not such a big deal. Why is it so hard for me to do it? There are other mitzvahs which are really important. Let's just say they're more expensive, they take more time, they're harder to accomplish. And I don't have a difficult time doing them. I know you're supposed to, I do it. It's a responsibility, it's an opportunity, whatever it may be, but I do it. But then you have mitzvahs, responsibilities, things in life that you need to do. And they're very, very hard. Not that it's a difficult task, but you find yourself struggling to be able to do it. Why? Why is that small mitzvah that's not so hard to do? Why is that something which takes so much effort? And the big ones sometimes don't take so much effort. And the answer is because maybe for your soul, for your life, for your journey, that is very important. And the more important something is for you at your time and your situation, the more difficult it is going to be to do it. It's a phenomenal concept. The more important something is, the harder it will be. And therefore, for your soul, for your tikkun, for your mission in this world, you may have something which you're here to do. It's your calling. It's what you're needed for. And the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, knows that. And therefore, it tries to make it very difficult. It creates temptation. It does whatever it can to stop you, because it knows, just like by Adam, it knew that if he's not going to eat from this tree, people will live forever. If he's not going to eat from this tree, the trajectory of the world is going to be so different. So he created this temptation. He made it very, very hard. Not impossible, but very hard. So whenever you encounter some kind of challenge, you got to do something, but it's hard to do it. It's difficult. When the going gets tough, remind yourself, take a second and just reflect on it and say, if it's so hard for me, this is a sign that it's important. And if it's important, I better do it. The stuff that are easy, I also have to do them. But they're not as important for my mission. They're not as crucial for my responsibilities, for my purpose here in life. So much success in your mission, in your life. Don't get scared of struggle. Don't get scared if something is a little bit difficult. It should be motivational and an inspiration that this is what you're needed for, and this is what matters. Thanks for watching. Please share with me your comments. Share this video, subscribe, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Be gesund.